Favorite pony princess polls. Not again. Celestia yawned as she ripped open her mail. So many ponies wrote to thank her for the gift of her son, Cherry Punch, Laura Hearthooves, Dumpy Muffins, well, the point was there were so many that she couldn't even remember their names. She couldn't even complain to Luna as Luna didn't even get half as much fan mail as she did. Well, most of the fan mail she got was angry letters from fillies, colts, and sometimes even adults who had received nightmares and, well, they only had Luna to blame for that. Actually, Celestia really felt quite bad about that, but she couldn't do much about it except explain that Luna didn't give them nightmares, they just happened on their own. Funnily enough, they didn't listen. Maybe it was a recurring theme. Celestia rubbed her heavy eyes and looked tiredly at her large pile of papers. It was dark outside, when a cold breeze blew through the castle, chilling her to the bone. Her necklace thingy was starting to weigh down on her neck, and her hooves were aching from the tight little hoof cups that she was wearing. If she had to read any more letters, she would probably collapse from hunger and exhaustion. Groaning, she turned back to the letter that she was already holding. Scanning it with her eyes, her groans choked into silence. A second later, her face split into an enormous, wide smile. Every pony's favorite pony princesses. Who's your favorite pony princess? Goddess Celestia, ruler of the sun? Maybe Twilight, your favorite friend? The beautiful princess of love, Cadence? Or maybe Flurry Hearts, our newest and cutest princess yet? We asked and you answered. Well, the votes are in, and the results are following. In first place, Princess Celestia, our beautiful sun goddess, with 798,537 votes. In second place, the cutest one yet, the one with those wings, Princess Flurry Heart with 51,930 votes. In third place, lover of books, Princess Twilight with 21,354 votes. And second and last place with 6,094 votes, our gorgeous Princess of Love, ruler of the Crystal Hearts, Princess Cadence. And in last place with 12 votes, Princess Luna. Better luck next time. Remember, not every pony got to vote, so remember to place yours next time. Celestia celebrated beating Flurry Heart in her head for a bit. She had seriously been worried about this, and knew baby Alicorn could seriously undermine her position as the best princess, then frowned as she looked at the rest. And in last place with 12 votes, Princess Luna. Better luck next time.
What? Really? 12 votes? 12?
Sure, Luna had her bad years with a poll, but 12 votes? 12? Celestia opened her mouth to protest furiously, but then noticed her sleepy guard standing near her throne. He was looking at her anxiously, trying to read the emotions behind her mask of a face. Celestia couldn't scream her lungs out in front of him, and might ruin her perfect image.
Go,
she said simply. The guard didn't need telling twice. He had been there last year when the regal white Alicorn opened the polls, and found out that she had came second to Twilight Sparkle. It had not been pretty. Once the guard had left the room, Celestia began to pace back and forth beside her throne. Of course, Luna had came last before, plenty of times of course, but Celestia still remembered how she had reacted the first time the polls had ever come out, when she got 0 votes. Needless to say, it had not been pretty. The Sun Princess shivered at the memory. She didn't want that to happen again. Well, as she never really worried much about it before, as Luna nearly almost came last, save for the one time when she beat Cadence by 1 vote, perhaps in her sleep-deprived state she was looking on in the negative side. Or maybe the negative side was putting it a bit too lightly. A flash of turquoise light, the sun exploding into tiny fiery embers. They rained down upon Equestria as Luna blew off her smoking horn. Celestia shivered again. She definitely didn't want that to happen again. Not ever. It had taken ages, literally moons, to rebuild the sun and wipe the memories from every pony in Equestria. Yes, every pony. Okay, so she would have a little talk with Luna. Maybe she could resolve the problem with her little sister. Celestia saw the fury in her sister's eyes as she galloped and flew across Equestria, searching for the pony who had created the pole. Even in her younger years, it was a terrifying sight to behold. Okay, so it might be harder to calm her down when she was as furious as she probably... No, definitely was now, but maybe she could... Luna printed out thousands of flyers for all to see with pictures of Celestia eating all of the cake at her year 10 formal.
No, not that, anything but that. Out of all the worst possible things that could ever possibly happen again, that is the worst possible thing. Never again.
Celestia gave a high-pitched scream and galloped down the hallway, fearing for her life, and her perfect image, and her sanity. As she ran, she passed the door where what sounded like a noisy argument was being held. Luna roared with laughter as she waved the pole in Cadence's face.
Last again, see? You owe me 12 bits. Ha! 12 votes? That's pathetic. You still owe me. I'll be glad that you didn't beat me. You would have owed me, what is it, 6,094 bits. Hey, it's better than the time my popularity skyrocketed and I owed you 12,347 bits. I was bankrupt for moons.
Unfortunately, Celestia was shrieking too loudly to hear them. The arguments of who's the best princess is always gonna linger in our minds. It's inevitable. Anyways, let's get on to our super sweet donators. Top donators are 630, Peter Coulthard, J Tinman, Darkside, and Only One Thing. Taco Cat 598, Rayden, Narwhals, Blackmoonheart, Pastel Skies, Austin Rollins, Crazy Killer 557, Stu Hex, Will, Omicron Lyre, Chris, Twinkie, Dospo, Delta Omega, Jack Hadge, Runescythe 9852, Madman Stan, Leslie Perkett, Drake Lovedragon, Hunter Norman, Stephen Bingham, Line God 12, Sorcerer Constantine, Hadzaza, Conver, and many more spectacular people. Thank you all so much for watching this video and live life to the fullest.